I'm the natural person, I'm the living man. For the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. It is not the name you have attached to this case. I believe that's a state created entity, Your Honor. And me being a living person. My name is in proper punctuation. I don't have a all caps name. So this is under the assumption that you guys have personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction over me, right?
Yes.
We've got a wild court hearing for you today. A sovereign citizen tries to pull the usual script, insisting the court has no authority over him, but it's obvious he has no clue what he's talking about. If you're going to argue with a judge, at least do some basic research, right? Watching this guy try to outsmart someone whose entire job is making legal decisions is both cringeworthy and oddly entertaining. Let's dive in and watch this sovereign citizen completely embarrass himself in court. And hey, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Good morning. 14B District Court is now in session. This is Magistrate Hillary Braley presiding. Okay, and I need you unmuted at the jail. There we go. Can I have your name, please?
For the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. I'm the natural person, I'm the living man. How we doing today, Miss Braley?
We are upright, if nothing else.
Great.
So, okay. And you said your name is Thomas Styron.
The second.
The second.
And then I'm the natural person, the living man.
Okay, thank you for your patience there. We had a little bit of a kerfuffle. So,
No problem.
recalling case number 19S00472, that is the state of Michigan versus Thomas Ulrich Styron, the second, you said, and also calling 24W001025, that is the township of Ypsilanti, also versus Thomas Ulrich Styron. So state your name for the record.
So, for the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. It is not the name you have attached to this case is not me. I believe that's a state created entity, Your Honor.
Okay.
And me being a living person. My name is in proper punctuation. I don't have a all caps name nor.
Okay, I'm going to cut you off right there.
How many crayons did this guy eat before stepping into the courtroom? If you're going to go the sovereign citizen route, at least have some idea what you're talking about. Watching him ramble on about jurisdiction and throw around bizarre punctuation theories makes you seriously question whether he's ever even opened a law book. You can't just invent laws to fit your argument, buddy. And the judge? She's clearly not buying any of it. You could even catch a little smirk when he started stumbling over his own words. She's trying to stay professional, but you can tell she thinks he's completely lost. And just wait until you hear what she says at the end. This one is absolutely hilarious.
Okay.
I don't have no contracts with the state of Michigan at all, period. And so I was wondering about personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction in regards to this.
Okay. And you can continue to wonder about those at the moment. What I am doing, you have a show cause hearing on the matter ending in 472, which is the retail fraud charge. I'm showing a balance of $210 on that. And then what you're being arraigned on, that is what I am here to explain the charge against you, is a citation issued on April 2nd, 2024 at 9:24 in the evening that charges that you operated a motor vehicle on North Ford Boulevard at or near Russell Street with no license on your person. Do you comprehend the charge against you?
I do not. I don't even own a license. I canceled my license years ago.
Okay. So what you are being charged with is operating a motor vehicle without having a license on your person. So I'm not asking you if you agree with this. I'm not asking if you have a license. I'm asking if you understand the words coming out of my mouth as far as what this charge is.
The charge is accused me of not having a driver's license on my person, correct?
Correct.
Well, from my understanding, I need a driver's license if I'm in commerce. I was traveling home.
Okay.
I wasn't doing business at all. And also from my understanding, I don't need a license to do that.
And your overstanding is incorrect, sir. But we are not going to get into that.
Did this guy seriously just snitch on himself? The charge was driving without a license, and instead of staying quiet, he goes on to admit he hasn't had a license in 2 years, then tries to claim he wasn't driving, he was traveling. Come on, man, you're basically handing over the evidence on a silver platter. Here's the thing, if you're caught driving without a license, the last thing you want to do is deny you were driving at all. That just makes you look even more guilty, and honestly, that's common sense. But sovereign citizens? They seem to throw logic right out the window. And really, how much does a driver's license even cost? It's not that expensive. If people just followed basic laws and integrated into society like everyone else, they'd save themselves a ton of hassle, and probably a lot of jail time too. To be fair, this guy is being relatively respectful for a sovereign citizen, but let's just say he's not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. What do you guys think so far? Let's jump back in and see what happens next.
For now, you are saying that you have understood the words as far as not having a license on your person. It is a misdemeanor charge with a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both.
So this is under the assumption that you guys have personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction over me, right?
Yes.
So
at this time, the court is going to set a pre-trial date for you. That will be before Judge Washington.
ma'am, can we prove the jurisdiction first before we go ahead with setting a trial for that entity or a pre-trial for that entity?
I hear you. And at this point, you are appearing in front of the court. You have put your name on the record. And yes, we are setting a pre-trial date for you.
I did put my name on the record, and my name that I put on the record is not the same name that you have attached to that case.
And you can provide documentation of such at your pre-trial date, which is going to be June 26th.
So the documentation that I have published, recorded the documentation I have published and recorded on the record, on the state of Michigan record, that says what I just told you, that I'm not who you have, that I'm not the name you have attached to that case, that's, I need to bring that with me, is what you're saying? It being already recorded and on the state of Michigan records. Is that good enough?
Whatever documentation you have, bring it with you to your pre-trial date. That is what I am telling you, yes. So, and again, that court date, June 26th? Okay. Will be June 26th at 9 a.m. before Judge Washington. The court will enter that you are standing mute to all charges at this time.
So we're just assuming jurisdiction though, correct?
Yes.
From my understanding, that has to be proved before we even proceed with anything else. Am I wrong?
You are not correct. The court will also set a personal recognizance bond in this matter. Basically, you are promising to show up for that June 24th court date at 9 a.m. over Zoom before Judge Washington, where you will have your pretrial. Okay, so at this point, your hearings are concluded. You are free to stand up and tell the jail that you are finished.
So I need to be there under threat, duress, coercion of going to.
I've got to say, I absolutely loved the way this judge handled the sovereign citizen. In my opinion, she let him talk a bit too much, but overall, she was excellent at maintaining control in the courtroom. She wasn't having any of his nonsense and knew exactly when to cut him off, even throwing in a few sharp, clever responses to keep him in check. Honestly, we need more judges like her, a perfect mix of patience and sass. You could tell she wasn't intimidated at all, and that's exactly the kind of energy you need when dealing with someone tossing around legal jargon they clearly don't understand. Now, let's talk about this whole Zoom court situation. Do you guys think it's a good idea or just plain ridiculous? Personally, I find Zoom hearings kind of laughable, especially when a sovereign citizen is trying to argue their case over the internet. It's like trying to have a serious conversation with someone wearing a clown nose. It just doesn't work. Half the time, these Zoom hearings get completely derailed. The defendants talk over the judge, ignore court procedure, and it all ends up looking like a circus. It just doesn't carry the same weight or authority as an in-person courtroom. Anyway, I'm going to wrap the video up here. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and let me know what you thought about this hearing in the comments. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.